Yes, yes.
Okay, so what do you guys know about any if cases? Anything? Anybody knows what is if case? What is the use of it? Anything?
We can put their condition in if else, like true, false. Which one is the true? According to that, it will get executed.
Okay, fine. Uh, so if case is nothing but like what is the use of it in the sense if you ask me, I can say if in the sense it's in the word only we can understand something. The condition what if we used to say what if, right? So that if in the sense whatever if follows some kind of conditions, always it will follow some kind of conditions. The condition is true, it will allow you to print or else execute whatever the code holds in the block. Okay, I think somebody already has some familiar things with if case. In every programming language we have if case. Anybody know any C++, Java here? I think Sonia knows something about that, right? Is it not? Or not? No idea. Sonia, what about you?
No, Google, no idea.
Okay, so yes, yes, I was saying there is a something called block. Okay, so indentation block. We usually call it as an indentation block. What exactly is that mean in the sense? Once you put a condition, you have to check that code. Whatever, like if you want to get into the code, you need to check some condition. For example, how can you explain in the sense you have some around multiple conditions. Based on the condition, you have to execute some code. Instead of that, you have to execute some other code. So that is what the case of if case. Okay. So here you can see, of course, you can use logical operators, comparison operators, or true or false value. Whatever the condition you want, you can put. So that is the reason we have seen the operators in the first place. Then we are seeing if case here. Okay. So let's say. Um, okay. So here. Um, you can see I commented why it is showing everything as a red color. Is it a PyCharm or some other thing? VS Code or something?
VS Code.
Okay. You can run. You configured Python with VS Code.
Uh, Means I have installed VS Code, not configured.
What about PyCharm?
PyCharm also having.
Okay, so just you can open this code with PyCharm. That would be better. Can you please?
I will try.
Okay. Or else in the meanwhile, I near to my laptop, I'll try to share the screen or else. Just try in the meanwhile, okay?
It is directly opening through VS Code. It is not going.
Okay. Just you downloaded, right? Go to that download folder and
Yeah,
click right
okay.
click on it, and you will get a open with option.
Yes, I can check.
Okay. In the meanwhile, as I was saying, if case you can put just a number, or else you can put a condition like such as a logical condition. Everybody know what is logic condition, everything, right? So okay. In the meanwhile, I think I can share my screen. Let me try. Okay. After that, you can multiple conditions. So if a value is true, you're going to do some addition operation with that. If value is not true, you're going to execute something. Like whenever it comes to the if case, you don't always put a else case. If case can work without else case. Okay. So that's what we are going to see over here. Let's try them one by one. Guys, is it my screen visible? Tanya? Manisha? Anybody? Can you see my
Yes,
screen?
visible.
yes, visible.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so as I was saying, here, okay, if a conditional statement in Python used to determine whether the block codes should be executed or not, like or not, yeah, meaning if keyword to find the condition is true or not, like what they are trying to say here, this is something we used to call it as a block, or else we can call it as an indentation. So every case, this is where it's starting actually, so you guys need to concentrate here, because this is where it's getting started. So that indentation, okay, so every language, not only in Python, every language is having something called indentation. Okay, so using that indentation, we can declare something like if I move this print into the margin, this it is not comes under the if case, which means either the if value is true or not, this print always will execute. If I push it inside of the if case, the condition is true, then only it will return, else it will not return. That is what it is mean. Okay, so you can put directly here. If I put 0, it will become as a false, because everybody know the value of 0 is false. So if I put any value, it will become as a true, then you can get the answer. So that's how it works, or else you can directly use um, which is what we used to call this thing, comparison operator, right? Okay, sorry, I just forgot the name. Okay, so here you can use this condition. So if the condition, this entire condition returns true, then it will print this. If the entire condition it is going to return false, then you will not get anything. So as you can see, if case working on standalone, okay, so it is not working with anything. Okay, so why I'm particularly mention this thing here in the sense, if case don't need else case, but I think somebody tried try catch, maybe anybody knows, it always comes up with except operation in Python I'm talking about. So if you declare the try, and if you didn't declare the except in the sense, it will obviously it will throw error, but in if case it can work with standalone. That's what I'm trying to make a point here. Okay, let's enable these things and try to check. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, if a, so a means it will not going to look a value, it will just evaluate either it's a true or false, and 34 is a true value, and if I run this, okay, we are getting a lot of things. Okay, that's my bad, hang on. I need to comment this thing. Sure, if I run this, stop and rerun. Yeah, stop and rerun. A is a true value. So you can see, can anybody, can you tell me, Sanya, why it is giving A is a true value as a result?
Uh, you already told if a is 0, then it will return false only, and any other integer it will
Really, if I
return.
put A is equal to 0, it will return false. Let's check that.
No,
I said now only it will return false, right? Or not?
no.
Yes, maybe it will return false.
Then I didn't see anything in the terminal, right?
Yes.
Why? Okay, so the meaning, anybody know why we are getting nothing here? Anybody have any idea why we are getting nothing here in the terminal? Guys?
It is taking false value.
0 is not a true value.
So because this condition is failing, okay, so it will not allow to get in inside of this if block. So inside of the if block only we have this print statement. So if block fails, it will not allow to get inside of the in if block, and whatever the tons and tons of line of code you put it under the if case, it will not execute.
Okay.
Okay,
But A is
Anybody
0,
have any doubts on this?
it can execute. Why it is not
Sorry?
executing? A is 0.
I think your voice is little bit low. Can you make it speak up? Which means increase the volume?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, but exactly we are not able to hear you what you're saying. So raise
A
your
is
volume, then
0.
talk. Okay.
It has to execute that means it will print A is true value. Why it is not printing?
Really? Anybody having any explanation for this question?
If you are putting A value as a 1 to something, it will get
Okay.
executed.
Okay.
It will execute or not?
Yeah, of course it will execute, right? Because one or two those things are all true values, right? Isn't it?
Okay.
You didn't get it? How many people didn't understood these things? Come forward. Means except or everybody understood. I'm going to ask question now.
Google false value won't be executed in if statement, right?
Sorry?
A
Can you
false
ask your question again?
false value cannot be executed in if statement. It will
Yeah,
only
of course.
execute true statements only.
Yeah,
True
if the
value.
condition passes only, it will allow to print, get inside of the loop, right? Isn't it?
Yes. Okay.
So what is the zero? Is it a true value?
False.
So then how it will get into the block and print whatever it is there?
Yes.
That's it, right?
Um,
Still anybody
I have
having any
another
doubt?
doubt.
Okay.
I have a
Yeah,
doubt,
go.
sir.
Yeah,
If
sure.
we print before the indentation, see in the 10th line we have an indentation space and then we are printing it. In the 11th line, if, without leaving any indentation space, if we print something, now if even if the value is false, we'll get output in the terminal, no?
Yes.
Of course, because it is not available inside of the if block, right? It is out
Okay.
of the if block, right?
Yeah, okay. Clear.
That's it. So what I clearly mentioned, whatever the data available inside of the if loop, that much only. If the condition true, then it will execute, or else it will not execute. If case will it will not care about out of the block, right? Why it should care about out of the block? Right. Still having anybody having any doubts?
No.
Okay. So here we have just passed only one value and we are checked. So what if we have two values and based on the two values putting condition. So you can see it is now it is return nothing. Why? Why it is return nothing? Anybody having any answers?
because it's false.
False value.
A is smaller than B. That's why it will not print execute statement.
Exactly. So the condition result is
False.
false. That is the reason it is returned nothing. Okay.
Yes.
So as somebody said, what if we print something here? Is it going to execute or not? Somebody have answer for that?
It will execute.
It is going to execute.
So if I run, what kind of result we will see?
Out of the block.
So here, as I was saying, this four spaces declaring this is an indentation, which means in another way we can say this code is comes under the if block. And even if I push this here, now what kind of result I will see? Anybody?
It will not execute.
Yeah, because this space is declaring these two print statements available inside of the if block. That's what exactly what it is means. Okay, and following that, so we have seen comparison operator. Now let's go with the what is this? Is it a logical? Yeah, is it logical operator? Okay, now A is 0 and B is 90. Now what now? What kind of result it will throw now?
False. It will
Anybody?
not execute.
False. It doesn't throw any.
Exactly, because why?
For
It is a false value.
where is an
Uh,
AND operator? So for AND operator, both should be true.
yeah. So you can of course use the OR case. Why I'm getting error? Why am I getting error? 89 errors, really? Where? Oh my. I better put another one quotation here. What now? Yeah, it's clear. And run. So you can see it is throwing error, right? So if I put OR case, what will happen? Anybody?
It will execute.
It will execute, right? Isn't it? Guys, anybody having answer for this?
It will not execute.
It won't
It will not
execute
execute. Who said that?
since the state uh, value is small and the statement is false. It won't execute, right?
It will
Really?
execute. It
Statement
will
is
ex-
false. Anybody say, is it a
A
false case?
a
true.
value
If we have one true, also the OR statement will execute the value.
Yes.
odd.
Okay, which
Okay,
means
okay.
what OR case will do? Anybody can tell me?
If one of the condition is true, it will get executed.
Yeah. So here 90 is a true value, which means it should return. The value is bigger, you can clearly see that. Right? So that's what. And you can put a multiple condition at a time. Of course. Let's see how we can do that. One second. One second. Sorry, convenience case. Okay. So here, why is throwing error? I think double quotation or something. Now it's fine. So as I was saying, you can put multiple conditions. So if I enable this, anybody know what kind of result it will throw? Yes, instead of pass, I will print something here. Hello world, something like that. Nobody?
It will execute.
It will return hello world.
Okay, can you tell me, can anyone explain? Why is
B
that?
Because it
greater
is
than
OR
A is true.
Sorry?
B greater
if
than A is true. One of the condition is true, so it will get executed.
Okay, so A greater than B is false, of course, but B greater than A is true. So false and true is a true, so it will return result. So you can see that. So of course you can put multiple conditions and it will work. This is the example for that. And once you declared a block and you don't know exactly what needs to be written over there. In the sense, you can just give the keyword called pass. What it will do in the sense, it will do nothing. Even the condition pass pass in the sense also, you don't have anything to return right inside of it. As for the matter of time, you can just leave it as a pass and it will return nothing. That's it. Okay. And following that, else case, else case, what I can say, it is something different. It's something different in the sense, how am I supposed to explain in the sense, okay, previously you have seen out of the block cases, right? Here, this, okay. So what it does, if I mode it, what will happen? Even the if case passes or fails, it will automatically will execute, right? So one case you need to mention here, if the if condition fails only, I need to execute something, or else I don't want to execute anything. Or else if the condition is passes, I need to execute something. If the condition fails, I need to execute something. Okay, so here this is something converse. There is a difference between the else case and this format. Anybody can tell me? Did I confused, or else anybody didn't understand the question?
Come again with the question, sir.
So here, these three statements, what it will do? Can you tell me again? You understood these three statements, right?
Yes, sir.
So if I run, what will happen? If the condition is true, in the sense, what will happen? If the condition false, in the sense, what will happen?
If the condition is true, we'll get A values bigger. If the condition is false, we get out of the block.
Really? Are you sure about that?
If the condition is, even if the condition is true, we get two statements. If condition is false, we just get one statement.
Okay, so and there is a difference, like else case, what it will do in the sense, if the condition is true, it will allow to execute the if block. If the condition false, in the sense only, it will allow you to execute else block. That is the use of else case. You understood what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me now again, what is the difference between the above condition and this condition? This condition and where is that condition? Where is that condition? Yeah, this condition. Yeah, really. What is the difference between else and this case?
In above condition, if the value is false, it won't execute anything. And in if and else condition, it will execute one of the statements. If one statement is true, it will execute that one, or else it will execute the else statement. Am I right?
I'm sorry, I didn't clearly catch you. Come again.
In the above condition, only in
In
up
this
if
condition.
yes, in
Yeah,
if
in this condition.
condition, if the value is false, it won't execute anything. And
It
in
will
if
execute something, right? Out of the block.
yes, it will execute out of the block. If print out of the block was in not the case, then it won't execute anything. It will print out of the block, uh, but it will print out of the block. Then if
I think you
in
got confused, isn't it?
no, I'm not confused.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, like clearly explain what is the difference, what is the use of else case, and why we need to use else case instead of this.
Else case, yes. In else case, if the two conditions are given, like if that condition is true, it will execute that one. Else, it will execute the other one. In
Okay. In this
in this
case,
in this case, if the condition is false, which falls in if loop only, it won't execute that loop condition,
okay,
and it will execute the other condition that is not under that loop if loop.
okay.
Print out of the block. Yes.
Yeah, you said something that I can understand, but I don't know exactly how everybody would have understood or not. The condition is, in this case, either the if block is executes or not executes, this statement will execute. Okay. In this case, if the if block fails only, this case executes. If the if block passes, this case will not execute. You understood the difference now, or still not yet clear?
Clear, sir.
Understood.
So that is exactly what the thing happens. Okay. So and finally we have something called elif. So here only one condition we are checking. The given condition is true, we are printing something else, we are printing something else. In case if you have multiple cases, that time what you will do? So there we cannot choose only one statement, right? Of course we can choose using the membership operator, but to explain the elif, I'm going to use some kind of list of operations. For example, you're going to a restaurant and you they will give you a menu card. So you cannot order everything at a time. You can because you cannot eat everything, right? So you can order only one thing, but there is a multiple option. Okay. So in that case, if you want to write a if case, in the sense there will be multiple if cases will be there. So if they are choosing burger, you have to order burger. If they are choosing pizza, you have to order pizza. Okay. So there is around four options is there. None of the matches, you need to return something else, which is including five conditions. That is where the elif condition comes to the picture. If this condition is not works, then go ahead and check another condition. Even that condition also not worked, then go ahead and check another condition. So that is what elif case gives. Did I confuse you, anybody?
So
Or has
elif
everybody
works like a loop. Am I correct, sir?
sorry?
Elif works like a loop.
Loop. Yeah, we can say that. Not exactly. I cannot say that. Can you tell me? Can you come again? What exactly LOOP means?
Loop means reoccurring, which happens again and again.
But here it is not happening again and again, right?
Okay.
See, here we are putting case. It is checking and getting out of the loop. It is not going to loop again, right? Isn't it? Loop means it's circling again and again and again. That's what loop means, right? Isn't it?
Yes, sir. Clear.
And if is you cannot say if it's a loop, if is a block. You can say while is a loop, for is a loop, but you cannot say if is a loop, if is a block just. Okay, so it will execute only one time, not more than that. You can put
Conditional
multiple
statement.
conditions, but sorry.
Conditional statement.
Yeah, we can say for loop also conditional statement, while loop also conditional statement. But if this if case, how, like each and every conditional statements topics varying from one another. For loop is something different, while loop is something different, if loop is something different. They are varying from each other. And especially we can say while also looping again and again, for also looping again and again, but if case will not loop again. So we can use, should not say this as a loop. Understood?
Yes, yes.
So as I was saying, multiple conditions here. Okay, I will enable this.
We can say decision control or selection control statement.
Sorry.
We can say decision control statement.
Yeah, whatever you want, if it is makes sense. So you are getting a restaurant. They will give you menu of around of course you can add how much elements you want, you can give it into a list, either a list or a set or a tuple, whatever you want you can declare, doesn't matter. Why I'm getting error? Okay, fine. As of now I just comment these things. Okay, sure. I am asking the user, sorry, which means in our case, what we used to call them as a customer, right? Yeah, fine. I'm asking the customer to order some food. If we put, and we are printing the list, this much orders only we have, you can order any of this, any one of this. Okay. If they are putting a valid values, any one of them can execute. If none of them matches, they will get this. Okay, so we are entering here. If we are asking them to enter something using the input case. I think yesterday only we have seen the input, right? Can somebody tell me again what is the use of input case?
It asks a value from the user.
And then what it will do?
It considers those values string.
Okay, then
We have to enter the input for this statement.
one case you are forgetting. It will store the data into this variable.
Yes.
Okay, so once after it gets stored, we are going to compare them with one by one, one by one using the else case. If they are entered burger, it will go and check with this condition. If it is true, it will print your burger is confirmed. Or else if they are entering pizza, this condition fails, then it will go here and check the pizza is matching or not. If it is matching, it will print that, or else both of them fails, it will go to the third. Okay, so you can ask me like if both things are matches, what it will do in the sense wherever the first cases matches, there only it will get stopped. And this scenario we don't have first matches, So you will face first matches in somewhere. Okay. So even multiple cases will match after the first if case. So that time, for example, more than 800 in the sense there will be a lot of 800 values will be there after the elif cases. So that time everything will matches. But what will happen whenever the first case just matches, there only the loop will get stopped. So that you will face somewhere. So here, these are totally different values. So obviously it will check one by one. Okay, so none of the matches, it will return else. Let's try to run this now. And you can see burger, pizza, french fries, finger chips. Select any food item list. And can anybody tell me here, whenever I'm entering data, do I have to put quotation? Is it necessary or not necessary?
It's not necessary in this case because we are not using evaluate constructor.
Exactly. So if I give pizza like that, enter. So you can see it is giving your pizza is confirmed. Let try rerun and give some invalid values. Let's say apple. See, invalid food name. Right? So you understood how many people have doubts on this? Nobody? Really? Everybody understood in the first shot?
Like
That is
whatever you are saying,
unbelievable.
so that eval something it will get execute. I didn't get it.
So I didn't say anything about evaluation, right?
Eval, if you are putting eval, so it will get execute.
Did I say that like that? Really?
P equal to input there. If you are using eval,
Okay.
that one.
Somebody said that, right? Who said that?
Kasana, me sir.
Okay. So she asked you a question. Can you resolve
Okay.
it?
The question what sir asked was should I put the string inside double quotation? It's not necessary here because we haven't declared evaluation constructor. That was my answer.
Ah, like why we in the evaluation keyword, why we need to put the quotation?
Because it
That's I think she asked. I hope.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Can you explain again?
because it considers every expression, it is mandatory that we have to put represent the string inside double quotation.
Whenever you are putting evaluation keyword, but
Yeah.
input, why we don't have to put input keyword as a quotation?
Input considers every value as a string only, so it's not necessary.
That's it. I think who asked that question? Can you say a name?
Manisha.
You were not there in that yesterday class or something?
Yes, I was there.
Really? I think I we have covered in the yesterday class only, isn't it, Kazana?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, like within a one day you forgot everything, Manisha. That's unbelievable, you know.
No, something she's saying like if you are using eval, so that I didn't get it, that statement what she said. If I know that if we put eval, so it will get execute.
Okay, that's it. Not a problem.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Um. Okay. So instead of going this, obviously to for the record, if you have facing a problem, a programming language can offer you multiple solutions. And here also we have multiple solutions. And one thing we haven't used still now, which is membership operators. That's what we are going to see over here. Okay, so whatever we have seen the previous case, the same case here also. Anybody who understood the membership operator can explain this condition? Is there something different which is variating it the result from the top elif cases from this case, or else both will work in the same way?
If whatever the value of B, if it is present in A, so if condition will get execute, otherwise else will execute.
So which means is there something different from the previous or both are same?
Both are same. This is another short way of expressing without using that elif condition.
That's it.
Yes.
So, sure, it is a short way. Like you can use this within, like, instead of you can around neglect 6 lines of code, right? Just you can think, but yeah, I cannot say on the first side nobody can understand. Like some people can understand, around 70-30, I can say 70% people can understand, so 30% people maybe will get confused. Okay, so if you go with in this way, maybe 90% people can understand this case, just because elaborately we are explaining. Okay, so that's totally up to you. And if you want to try something like this, in the sense, I will give you one idea. What is that in the sense? Here we are taking only one input from the user. What if they are entering two values? But we cannot say to the customers like you should add only one thing. Apart that is enough. Like after that you don't have to. You cannot add or any food, any more food like that, in the sense they will, like they will leave you, you leave your restaurant, right? So that's not a good case. So your assignment or else exercise, what you can do, if they are entering multiple foods, you have to evaluate and print the respective results. Anybody can do that? Is it so hard? Or Kasana, you understood the assignment?
I didn't understand, sir. Can you come again?
Really? Okay, fine. So here we are asking the user to input one food. You can clearly see I mentioned a food. Okay. Okay. So if they are entering any one value, we can evaluate. What if some people come, they will order burger and French fries together? Then how you are going to evaluate the things, whether they are either both of them is available or not? You understood now, or
Yeah, I understood the question, sir.
uh, but no idea how to solve that or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Just try it on your own. Like we will sort it out tomorrow. Okay. What do you say?
Okay, sir.
So I will share this file to you, and not her, everybody, not only her, everybody can try this. Okay, that's jamming too much. Okay, fine. Understood? You will get this file. I think I already shared this file into your chat box, right? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Just go ahead and anybody having any doubts on the exercise, or else everybody clear with that?
Could you repeat once question?
Kazana, explain what you understood. What is the assignment?
Okay. In the previous case, the user could select only one item. What if they are selecting multiple item? How should we code it?